Sometimes sets come out that have really fantastic minifigures, but the builds that come alongside them just kinda suck. For set 6057, the Sea Serpent, the opposite is true. Today we're going to be taking a look at probably my favorite classic castle set of all time, the Sea Serpent. The set came out in 1992, had 126 parts and 5 minifigures. The build is super simple, but didn't rely on too many large pieces like many other sets of the 90s did. I think that the set's usage of smaller parts really helped give it a better shape than would have been possible if it had used massive pieces. Now, it did use 2 large castle turret pieces, but I think it was a justified usage, and doesn't stick out whatsoever in the design. The model is helped out by using a lot of printed shields and of course this absolutely gorgeous printed cloth sail piece with the Black Knight sigil on it. The color scheme of black, blue, and red works really well here and helps it stand out amongst the other classic castle factions that stuck with gray for most of their builds. There is plenty of room in the ship for you to place your Black Knights all across the boat, and on the bow of the ship we have these decorated red dragon plumes attached to a Travis brick that gives the boat another nice pop of detail and color. It's kind of crazy that we had higher detailed plume pieces back in the 90s compared to the basic feather piece that we have now. It would be sick if LEGO remade these pieces for modern knights. Speaking of, let's now take a look at the figs that come with the set. You get 3 Black Knights and 2 Black Falcons. Let's start off with the good. The 2 Black Falcons included are perfect. There's a reason why LEGO chose to remake the Black Falcons first back in 2021. These figs are classic and still hold up really well today, even standing next to their modern counterparts. If you just give these guys some black legs and some more detailed faces, I think they would fit in with any modern Black Falcon army out there. I of course love this old version of the Black Falcon sigil that is found on the shield. It just has a way more innocent and playful feel compared to the sharp edges of the new Black Falcon shield that we have come to love. The chin guard helmet is so nice and is sorely missed in modern LEGO. Hopefully LEGO will remake this part sometime in the future because we just really don't have a good alternative for this helmet right now. The Black Falcon figs are great, as expected. Now let's talk about the boring Black Knight minifigures. Now, as much as I joke about these figs, they just really don't look that good. Ignoring our modern sensibilities when it comes to minifigures, if you just compare these guys to the Black Falcons that come in the same set, there's just no competition. I get what they were trying to go for with the armor prints, but the execution just isn't there, and it leaves these guys looking plain and uninspired. If I was to remove their shields, you would have no idea what faction these guys were coming from, and that's the problem with the Black Knight minifigures. They lack personality. Now, some of the other Black Knight figs that came out have these special plume pieces on their helmets, but again, their torso prints just don't match that flamboyance that those plumes bring. The Dragon Masters that would come out just a few years later had torsos to match those plumes and looked way better for it. Looking back at all the classic castle factions, I'm just left disappointed because each faction's figs had something special about them, except for the Black Knights. However, what those other factions don't all have are stellar builds. The Black Knights may have ugly minifigures, but their builds are something special. From the Black Monarch's castle to the Sea Serpent that we looked at today, the Black Knights left their mark on castle history by having some absolute banger sets. The Sea Serpent is a set that I think is ripe for remake. It's a smaller set that could be remade in the $50 to $70 range, and would be a welcome addition to the remakes that we've been getting in the past few years. Also, it would give the Black Knights a chance at having a half-decent minifigure, and for that alone, I really hope it happens. But seriously, this is one of my favorite sets in my castle collection. You can pick it up used for about 60 to 80 USD, which is pricey, but considering that the set is over 30 years old at this point, it could be a lot worse. If you're fiending for a medieval ship, I think this set is a perfect option for you. If you enjoyed this video, why not subscribe? Basically all I make is LEGO Castle videos, so if you're into that, you'll probably like my other stuff. Thanks for watching.